like 80% of the country is starting to realize that 20% who are very loud are actually controlling the narrative in so many ways. Is that something that you feel, and I recognize this is an anecdotal question, so we're going to get an anecdotal answer. Is that something that you feel when you talk to constituents? And is it really impacting anything in the halls of the Senate, the way that your colleagues are viewing, holy cow, a lot more of our constituency seems to be a little bit more conservative than we might have thought?
So let me say yes on the first question and no on the second. Listen, I think with the American people, there's a real reservoir of common sense. And that's one of the things that Charlie appreciated. It's one of the real values of Turning Point is going on to college campuses. I think young people are eager to hear the truth. And some of that is driven by the fact that I think in recent years, we've seen the left, we've seen the Democrat Party really get radicalized. And I think that started with the election of Donald Trump in 2016, that they hate him so much that it drove him to Looney Tune. And where we are today, if you pick a dozen issues that are 80-20 issues, it seems today's Democrat Party has decided, let's go embrace the 20% side, or even sometimes 90-10 issues. So, border security, it used to be, I was first elected to the Senate in 2012. When I got here, Democrats would say all the time, we should secure the border. You can pull up speeches. We've all seen speeches of Chuck Schumer or Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden saying we should secure the border. Today, every Democrat was for the open borders we had over the last 4 years for 12 million people that invaded this country. That is a wildly unpopular policy position. That is a 20% or 10% issue. You look at, even after Trump was reelected, we've seen legal border crossings drop 99%. And what are Democrats doing? They're getting on a plane, they're flying down to El Salvador and having daiquiris with a gangbanger human trafficker. Now, that's a weird political decision to say, you know what, I want to go home. I want to go home and tell suburban moms, if you elect me, I'll bring more gangbangers and murderers and human traffickers into your neighborhood with your kids. Like that. You don't have to be a political Nostradamus to know that's not the best campaign issue. They keep doing this over and over and over again. Abolish the police. That is a dumbass idea. Normal, rational people don't look around and go, you know what we need to do? Just get rid of all cops and let criminals run wild. Like people who are not idiots don't want to do that. That has done a real favor because it lets Donald Trump, it lets Republicans be the party of common sense. I was just reelected in Texas and my campaign, I said, all right, what do I want to do? I want low taxes, low regulations, lots of small businesses growing and lots of jobs. I want to secure the border, support law enforcement so we keep our families safe. And I want to protect our constitutional rights, free speech, religious liberty, the Second Amendment. That is an eminently common sense position. And I think Charlie got that. And he would go on to college campuses and engage with people on the left, but do it with a smile, do it with laughter and common sense and empathy. Look, some of the best exchanges that Charlie had were with someone who, say, is transgender and is struggling with it. And Charlie could be empathetic, didn't just, immediately respond by hitting the person over the head with a stick and saying, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But saying, tell me more about what's going on in your life and why you see it that way. I think all of that is beneficial and we need a lot more of it.
Well, I don't know about you. The kitchen table issue in my household is I want to make sure that Maryland father is free. That's the only thing my wife and I talk about. And of course, I think that's what's going around the entire country. It seems like, the left is continuing to believe everything on X, formerly Twitter, and think that represents the entirety of the country.